How often do you see older women on? Apps for dating say things like, I know me, value I'm looking for someone to work with to hush up, or I won't have time for you. I want something or I want to play significant. This is often what a woman says. She has spent years getting better at her job and is now trying to find a nice guy so that she can live with him for the rest of her life and not die by themselves. Middle-aged women use older dating apps in hopes of finally being able to swipe right on any stable, fertile guys who can be their retirement plan and help them have babies and then care for them. They don't realize that older men have learned hard way not to get married to an old person because they've been hurt by fire. Over the years, older women may have found older men who would date them. Most women were not out on the streets for everyone to see, because men didn't know much about women in the way the law works. Nonetheless, when men started to see that their friends and members of their family being wrongfully convicted in family court, having their wives betray them because they were sad and for the love of God, men started to figure out the trick. Men knew about what was happening, years began to decide to go their separate ways. Today you can use dating apps in your own way. You will still find simps giving out money. These old women pay a lot of attention to a sense of worth that they don't get from this about their current or former husbands. The modern woman was taken on by younger women. They heard that a man would always be there in the future. They were told that it was in the 30s or 40s, okay to play around with for fun. Guys, work hard on your careers and you'll get there. The right guy who will do whatever he will come to see you as his life's goal. Men changed over time though. Women are wary and men aren't coming up to them. Even if they are still not taking them seriously because they know the story of these older women from the inside. So they could get the guys they wanted. These women did it all by themselves. They had choice to send secure men to the back foot, but it didn't work out because of the way casual dating works. We know it started when social media and dating apps were used by a lot of people. The beginning of the slow death of older women in relationships with younger men wouldn't be looking for a man to marry. Commit to them on dating apps if you like them. And remember who is in the end, who is in charge of making the connection. How women will date in the future, and the women who came after them were ruined by women and not by men. As some people might want to think, not all, since they wanted to go out with the guys, they wanted to hang out with men and have fun. We were looking for at that time commitment, so I would like to know these older women who helped with the end of dating. Was it worth it? What's sad is that the same women who caused dating to become less popular, relationships still have complaints about how there aren't enough good men to date on these apps, and their daughters who are now in their late 20s or early 30s. The mid-30s are in the same place, looking for a good man with whom to start a family, after not following through on their mother's steps. These women are trying to get married, but no man is interested. Who wants to get married to a woman who has been plowed over by dozens of men? No one is no longer willing to put their retirement money at risk for a woman who is only in it for the money and wants to take all of it. Elderly ladies are beginning to know that men are no longer stupid, and to which they have grown used to. The women on today's dating apps are the same ones who are meant to be powerful and successful. In the past, women could do things on their own. The same women who complain all the time now. Spread bad vibes all over the internet. You guys need to keep in mind that these women have tried for years and get rid of their bad habits and perhaps meet a nice man. Many of these women have been married before, but they thought they could get ahead. So they turned on their husbands, took their kids and their money. She went back out on dates with the hope they would go around all the other women and get a high-quality man again. That's wrong. Men have figured out, and these women no longer have a choice but to settle for someone they'll never like. Pity any of these women or try to help them because they ask us to save them. Put themselves in that situation in the hopes of getting a bigger and better deal, but the truth is often cruel. Because most of these post-World War II women got was from a person who didn't want to make a commitment to them the way they did. Why would men want to date older women when they can go out with younger women? In their peak that they weren't able to get before, but especially in the economic situation in which we can expect. Another downturn, and things are getting worse. Tough men with money can choose of going out with young, beautiful women, old tankers, so why would a man want one? I don't feel sorry for any of these women. Keep your veins cool instead and use them just to get used to them. The women are to blame for this. It smells like you're trying too hard when you commit to an older woman who had spent many years giving other men her time and body, while not considering you as a choice. When you were at your best, you should have watch out when using dating apps. These older women are giving you money. So much focus because they will divorce you so that they can take your money, since they wouldn't make good wives and only seeking a retirement plan. Why did they think you would be a good fit? When they were younger, they used to ignore you and throw you away. Yes, gentlemen, they've been around for only a while. In an effort to catch you, I recently found this article which says older women are being left out in the cold. It says on the internet that women really have it worse on dating sites. Men usually choose women who are older. Women are more likely to be in a hurry to start dating new people. These women are willing to settle down. Men less likely to get a second chance. On the other hand, men are much more likely to go for younger women. Ok, gentlemen, you can have a sexual experience. Can now see that younger women often use dating apps instead of going out with women. I mean, who didn't in their 40s and 50s? See this coming, but they brought it anyway. Don't feel bad, they brought this on themselves. For them, and then we can move on. According to research done by Match.com, can be hard for women who have been divorced, worried and stressed out to look for a man. When kids come along, you get a second chance at love. Being a single mother can be hard at first. Trying to meet people is really hard, and bars and clubs can make you feel like, especially when they are younger, you only need one friend and to get the babysitter to come. How to find love online as a single parent. The size of their world has shrunk. The truth is, though, that for the best results that you can't wait for doing your own thing from your 20s until your old 30s and want a guy to take you away. When you're 40 years old, she too has no choice but to have kids on her. She can't find a man to marry. As I've already said, don't start a family with older woman. Feel sorry these people. She also didn't talk about the men she had dated. People who wanted to start a family but were told no with her, or how she had the best life she could. But we know she wasn't on the carousel. At home, she was sitting on a wet vice grip entire time, so as I always tell you guys, very conscious of women, especially older ones. When they had a chance with you, when they were younger, want to try again. Just because they're sick of it now want to put down roots. Well, it's too late for men to realize games and won't be playing them. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.